Yes, it's finally here after a long wait, the all-new Mini Cooper. But then I have a question to ask all of you. Has Mini completely lost the plot? There are reasons why I asked this question. A massive revolution for the rear lights. Mini has altogether abandoned those oval rear lights. In fact, they've now employed a triangular rear light with this Union Jack style to it. Cool, but at the same time, something I have to get used to, because at first glance when I saw the rear, it had me thinking of something Japanese. Now, as of lately, BMW and Mini have developed an obsession for a simple exterior design. The way they've executed the Mini Countryman 2024 was beautiful. It was flawless. But now the way they've gone down the route of simplicity for the Mini Cooper, it just seems a bit off. It had me thinking of something Japanese at first, like something from the 1960s. But then upon closer inspection, you realize this is a true Mini, thanks to the design right here. Now, this is a bright body paintwork. That's why you don't see this ridge right here onto the bonnet. But then you see the true Mini identity, this huge bonnet which surrounds the headlights. This generation Mini Cooper was developed in collaboration between BMW, and Great Wall Motors. It's a Chinese car manufacturer. Now, I have absolutely no idea where does this Great Wall Motor get into in this equation, but apparently it's got something to do with electric cars. The interior and the boot space, I think Mini has made it very clear by now that you don't get this car for practicality purpose. You get it for the style. Although I have to say they did a brilliant job for the interior. Unfortunately, this nice looking thing right here doesn't open. It's not a central console storage. Wow. And make no mistakes, this does not move at all, but it's just a storage space. Now, I have to confess, BMW and Mini have one of the best sounding doors. Listen to this. Gorgeous body paint. It's called White Nanook. Gorgeous wheels. They're called Night Flash Spoke two-tone. In fact, the design of them, they kind of remind me of something BMW has obsessed over lately. Interior fabric is Veskin Nightshade Blue. Just look at the little details. This Mini Cooper costs 40,000 euros. Is it good value for money or not? Let's check it out right now. The boot door is quite interesting. Just watch out. This edge of the door is quite sharp, but you do get this. At least this is practical. And you get it on both sides of the rear door. So this is very handy, especially to pull the door down. No electric doors though. The body paint sticks out very proudly. So, and it's sharp right here as well. So when putting luggages in and out, just be careful. The plastic sticks out very proudly as well. And another thing to note is the boot floor is not entirely, it is adjustable actually. You can put the boot floor upwards and then you get a flat floor right here. And I think this is an ideal setup if you have luggages so that it's easy to just slide it in and out. As for the rest of the boot space, that's about it. There is no smart feature, no 12-volt socket. There's absolutely nothing interesting or groundbreaking going on. No practicality solution or anything. If you fold down the rear seats, you get additional space. All right, now it is time to check out the interior of the Mini Cooper. Okay, so interesting. There's no handle right here to help myself climb in. Again, another proof that this is for style. The steering wheel is huge. What is it with BMW and Mini having huge and thick steering wheels? I know BMW has this thing with the thick steering wheels for the M packages or M series, but now Mini also has to have it. And then, okay, so let's talk about the seating adjustment. So everything is scattered everywhere. For 40,000 euros, you get manual seating adjustments. And to move the seat front, I have to pull from here, this side, the right side. But to adjust the seat, I can, at least it's easy. To move it up and down, you get levers that are easy to use, okay? So, okay, that's easy to use. Thank goodness there's no crank where you have to twist the wrist. The armrest right here, okay, so you get this part of the interior that doesn't budge at all. This armrest is fixed, it's just there. And then over to the steering wheel. Yeah, you can move it up, down, in and out, which is very easy, very good. But then one thing to note is that there's something about the steering wheel again. Every time I release the latch, it tilts 1 millimeter towards the left. And I noticed this similar problem in the Mini Countryman and in certain BMW models. So yeah, it's not a very big deal, but it's just something, again, I thought I'd point out. For the rest of the interior, flawless, typical Cooper vibes. I really am impressed. And look at the way they've done those air vents. It's so cute. It's just like BMW. They developed an obsession with simple air vents, a quite humble design. It's great. I like it. The engine start stop is here. Your transmission is this little knob right here. Quite nice. 2 cup holders of fixed sizes right there. And then you get a, well, I think a little thing to hold your phone in place. What? Okay, so they dedicate this whole area right here just for your telephone. And there's no 12-volt socket there or USB point there, but it's here. 12-volt socket and USB point, but it's hidden. It's right here. Okay, why not? You get a nice glove box, which is of fixed size. And the door bin, which is good for my water bottle there in the corner, but that's it. It's beautiful. The interior is gorgeous, but just do not look at practicality solutions. And you don't even get a glasses holder. And that's funny because on a hot day, I see people driving their Mini Coopers with their sunroof open, with their sunglasses, and yet I have no idea where I'm supposed to put my sunglasses. Oh, maybe I'll just put it in this. Ta-da! And forget it was ever there. All right, and this is your infotainment system. So you can change driving modes by clicking on experience, and it will give you whatever experience you desire. And the system is pretty much like BMW. So the infotainment system is very similar to BMW in the sense the graphic, the details, and how engaging it is. You see, it reacts. It's good. I'm really, really impressed with it. But then the Volkswagen Group have just a touch more details. They tend to show you the relief. They tend to show you the forests and the built-up areas. Whereas with BMW and Mini, it's all as if it's night mode. For this Mini Cooper, you get live traffic information. So where there's traffic and where not. It's good. I'm impressed. I actually like those stokes. I mean, look at it. These are well-built stokes that do not budge. I really like it. I mean, I like how they lock in place. Same for the other side. So here's my conclusion of the Mini Cooper. For a price of 40,000 euros, I have to say that this Mini Cooper is good value for money and it cannot go further than this. You know why? Because for 40,000 euros, competitors offer more interesting things like the Volkswagen Golf. The Volkswagen Golf is more interesting, for example, or the Honda Civic is more reliable. And it probably has a better performance than the Mini Cooper. Well, maybe not better, because I did test drive a Honda Civic once and its turning radius was like a bus almost. Anyways, for the Mini Cooper, driving pleasure is unquestionable. The technology, like the infotainment system, is refined. It's just like BMW. Great. Although the Volkswagen Group offer better infotainment systems if you're looking for thorough detail. At least that's just my view from what I've seen. In terms of equipment, this Mini Cooper is hit or miss. It did have some equipment and it did have some equipment missing for what its segment usually offers. And then also on the other hand, I have to say that when it comes to the design, Mini has sort of diluted its identity in favor of simplicity, and BMW did make similar mistakes, especially for the 5 Series. What they did with the Mini Countryman was bomb. It was beautiful. And I'm surprised that why didn't they employ that effort into the Mini Cooper? You know, like why did they touch the rear lights? Why did they abandon those ovals in favor of something triangular?